So this is one of my favorite mechanics because this is one of those immediate results type of mechanics, like those essential oils all the moms are into right now, and it will earn you a few divisions in rank just after a week of using it. Results may vary. Fast aerials aren't FDA approved, but sometimes you just have to take a risk and trust what people on the internet are insisting. As always, we'll start with the mechanics of fast aerials, then discuss the benefits and how we can apply fast aerials everywhere in the game. Your best friend that you still need to hang out with more, aka free play, is the perfect place to begin practicing fast aerials. So real quick, let's just cover our regular aerials so we have something to compare it to. There are 3 steps to just a regular aerial. 1. Lean back. 2. Jump. And 3. Boost. And the leaning back and jumping is actually interchangeable here, so it's a pretty forgiving mechanic. Once you're in the air, you can lean left and right while feathering the boost. Feathering boost is just a fancy way of saying you're tapping boost instead of holding it down, so you're conserving a little bit of boost. So let's add a few parts to this aerial to make it a fast aerial. Instead of boosting afterwards, you can pretty much boost throughout the entire sequence here. But you're going to start with leaning back, jumping, and then you're going to center your left thumbstick, we'll talk about that later, and then you're going to jump again. So essentially what we're doing here is we're using our jumps to fight gravity for us. That little burst of forward momentum we get when we jump is compounded into some really serious traveling speed. So let's break this down a little bit better so you can see the parts that matter most, which is letting go of the thumbstick and the second boost. And to help you out visually, we're going to employ this absolute unit. Yeah, that's right. Chef John has his freakishly small wooden spoon and Babish has his tiny whisk, and this is now a bad analogy because I'm not a cook and both of their things are small, but nonetheless, I present to you my absurdly large gamepad. The lean back and jump and boost can all be interchangeable here and they won't really affect your ability to fast aerial, but your trajectory is best set by leaning back before you jump. Also, you want that thumbstick to be free to center itself as quickly as it can for the next steps in the sequence. You can see in this aerial that you just don't get the air that you'd want if you would jump before leaning back. Okay, so now for the difficult part, and you'll see soon why this gets a little hairy. In order to hit your second jump without dodging, you need to center your thumbstick, meaning you can't be pushing it in any direction. If it is somewhere other than center, your controller will think you want to dodge and it will dodge, leaving you helplessly out of place as a ball heads your direction, giving you no other option but to flail everywhere in spasmic desperation. Once you use your second jump, just continue to feather boost to reach your destination. Let's watch this a few more times and even in slow motion so the absurdly large gamepad feels validated. A few suggestions here. For me to learn to leave that darn thumbstick alone, I actually had to start out letting go of the thumbstick entirely. It really helped me as I discovered I don't truly know where the dead center is on my thumbstick without looking at it, or at least I didn't until I got the hang of it. Also, there's a setting that you may want to increase called your dodge dead zone. Dodge dead zone adjusts how far you need to push your thumbstick to execute a dodge. So increasing the dodge dead zone essentially decreases your chance of your thumbstick facing a different direction. And one note to all of you out there who have an old or beat up controller, sometimes thumbsticks don't center well when let go. That's just part of the controller being worn out, so maybe increasing the dodge dead zone will help you in other parts of your game. Also, don't increase this too much or you'll double jump in game instead of front flipping, which is obviously really bad. So one more time, boosting throughout the entire sequence, you're going to lean back, jump, center your thumbstick, jump again, and then boost through your aerial. So let's talk about the benefits and some strategy with this. Obviously the immediate benefit is getting to the ball faster. Without improving your reaction time, you'll suddenly be able to reach shots and win 50-50s that you otherwise might not have been winning before. A big improvement in your game is also going to come from defense while in goal. I don't know if Psyonix did this on purpose, probably not, but the uncontested shots that come from kickoffs are going to be much easier to stop with fast aerials. You'll catch yourself a few times at lower levels and you'll be like, wow, how did I even save that? And it's going to feel really good when you do. The last benefit that I don't think people consider is using fast aerials when you have little to no boost. So again, same scenario, you're heading back to net and this time you have maybe 10 boost. Well, now you'll be able to clear no problem to beat your opponent who might be trying to chip it over you or might be taking a hard shot from the half line. Either way, you're definitely more ready now. So someone asked me in the subreddit when I posted my Intro to Low-Level Mechanics series, and I didn't have an answer to them before, and the question was, is there a time when fast aerials are not better than regular aerials? And the only scenario that I could think of would be when you need to dodge forward to take a shot. So for instance, say you have low boost and you want to clear it far, and maybe you and your opponent are bunched up in front of your goal. You'll be able to clear harder and farther by jumping to the ball and then dodging to it, rather than using fast aerials. The front dodge is just unmatched in low boost scenarios where you need to clear it far. Finally, one last note about hitting the ball in general. A lot of low players will hit the ball with their wheels as they fly cautiously to the ball, making small adjustments on the way there. Instead of using your wheels, try to harness the power of slamming the ball using what's known in flying as adjusting your pitch. And this is a little hard to explain. And what I mean by that is fly to the ball with your nose in the air and then slam the ball down, almost kind of dunking it with your nose. That action is sort of like wrist action when you're throwing a ball or you're swinging something. Your torso is doing a lot of the winding up, but the wrist action at the very end gives you that exponential power. You'll be surprised how much harder your shots are when you hit the ball by slamming your nose into it than just flying to it statically and hitting it. And if you hit it right, there will be far less impact recoil, so your car won't react all weird when it makes contact with the ball and fly all over the place. Anyway, practice this a lot, and then try to apply this to the irregular gameplay. Expect a ton of backflipping mistakes in the beginning as you rush through these steps. Get a little faster with centering your thumbstick and you'll do just fine. So that's pretty much it for the mechanics of fast aerials. Our next low-level mechanics in this series is an intro to dribbling, so I'll get that out as fast as I can. Report back after a bit and let me know how your fast aerials are going. I want to hear all about your successes in the comments below. As always, the more we talk about Rocket League, the better we all get, guys. Cheers.